Welcome to another video. I will be sharing with you guys my New Year's Eve nails. I decided to go with something more natural this time to welcome a brand new year because boy has it been a tough one. I am using my entity base for my dip today, and because I did want to stick to a more natural mani this time, I am using a sheer white. It's more of a milky white in a sense that I created myself. I mixed some white with a lot of clear to give it that translucent sheer look. I really love this color because it's really natural and it goes really well with almost about anything. So I did another layer here of the dip of this color. I did not use a clear underneath the color this time just because I am letting my nails grow out. I did cut them very short, and I noticed that when I do a clear layer under my actual color, my nails tend to look too bulky and I don't like that look. And I also figured, because I'm using this sheer color, that it won't be necessary to do a clear under because it's sheer. So it's okay if it looks like you've filed into the second layer or the layer underneath. In this case, as you'll see at the end, it doesn't look bad, and it actually makes it look more sheer in places where the light hits. And I actually like the effect, so I'm glad I didn't do the clear under and top, which you'll see later down the video. So I am just finishing up here doing my third layer of dip powder in the color I created, and I numbered it number 27. It was the 27th color I made. I'm honestly so proud of myself after finishing up this mani. It turned out just how I envisioned it in my head. You know, sometimes how like you think, oh, this and this will look nice, and then you do it and you're like, ooh, man, that doesn't look cute. Well, this one was actual success is what I want to say. I don't know, I just messed around with, ideas in my head, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna add some bling to this look because it's New Year's Eve. Like, we need to bring in the gold and the silvers because it's New Year's Eve. So that's why I wanted to go in with a white sheer background to my bling bling later down. And I am very happy how it turned out. So 2020 is right about over. I cannot believe it already flew by, and it just felt like just yesterday was 2020, and now we're welcoming 2021. It's insane. I cannot believe it. And what a year have we had. Just how that bottle fell on me and spilled, that's 2020 for y'all. Bunch of messes. So I am adding my activator from the same brand of the base I used, and there's a little fuzzy. I don't know how that got there. And I am adding a generous amount to my nails to really get them hard to the filing process. And here I am filing my nails to give them the nice shape, and I wanted to do a rounded shape this time instead of an oval and a square, which are the two main shapes I tend to use. A little tip here is measuring your other hand to make sure that they match as much as possible. They are not perfect, but they're pretty darn close. And I also like to pull my skin down more like away from my nail because it allows the file to get under to really give it that smooth cut and allows it to look more nice and flush. And I do make sure to go on my edges to really blend my nail bed to the edge because we don't want a obvious cliff. We want it to be as seamless as possible. And just file away. Filing takes up so much time. I find myself filing more than actually applying, which is okay because then the application can look really bad and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, just kidding, the filing can take care of it all. So after hand filing, I always use my e-file to go in my cuticle area and edges to clean up any stubborn dip powder that got hard in those areas. And then this allows me to make it that really nice clean look to my mani. And then I go ahead and go in with a buffing block to smooth everything, get rid of any sharp edges or any obvious lines. Now I am ready for my base. I will be using this GELIXIR base for gel, and I am applying a thin layer to all of my fingers and then curing for 30 seconds under my LED UV lamp. And then we'll go ahead and get started with my nail art today. Well, more like my bling bling. I really love how it turned out, guys. I hope you guys love it too. I move my hands in ways where I'm like, how do I even do this? Like, I don't realize it until afterwards how I move my hands to support my fingers, and it's like, wow, my body just knows what to do, man. And like always, I do clean around the edges because we don't want that to harden because it will mess up your look. So I will be using the IBD hard gel to apply my gems here, or rhinestones, whatever you want to call them. And I did a horrible job here, guys, don't judge me. I always forget to look back on the camera and see where the heck it's recording. But here is a better angle of me applying the hard gel. And I went in with a bigger gem here because I want that to be like the centerpiece. And then I grabbed smaller, multicolored little rhinestones and put those around the big gem to give it a like an ombre kind of sparse effect to it, and so it doesn't draw away too much attention from the gem itself. So it kind of adds more to it without eliminating the whole effect that we wanted to go for. And this gem was heavy, so it kept moving, because of gravity. So I had to keep on going back with my wax pencil and repositioning the center gem. And of course, I had to add more and more of these really tiny rhinestones because they're very tiny and it was hard to pick up individual ones because like 2 or 3 kept getting stuck on my wax pencil. So that was a little, harder than anticipated, but we made it work. And before I put it into cure, I made sure I liked the position of it completely. And then on my pointer finger, I'm adding some gold flakes, and I'll be adding that to my middle finger as well. But for my pointer finger, I'm also adding more hard gel in 3 different spots because I will be adding little rhinestones there as well. And I added like 3 in 3 different spots, like a triangle. love it. I'm going to move on to my middle finger, and let me remind you guys that my pointer finger and middle finger just have base. They don't have any additional top coat to it. It's just base. The pointer finger, I did add hard gel like I mentioned before, just for the gems to really adhere to the nail. But because the base is tacky, the gold flakes adhere really well on their own. And then I'm adding my GELIXIR shiny top coat, and this is a gel top coat, and I'm not encapsulating it over the gem because it'll make it lose its shine, so I'm just going around it. But on my other nails, I am doing a full layer of my top coat, as you can see. And guys, don't mind my ugly fingers. I cut them a while ago and they're still healing, so that's why it looks like a little ugly scab. It's so embarrassing, but it's okay. And then I'm gonna cure this for 60 seconds, and then I'll do my other hand off camera and show you guys the final result. So here they are, guys. I am in love. I also wanted to share with you guys here quickly of these candles that I ordered. My cousin has a small business of candles that I absolutely adore. I got my first order in today, and oh my gosh, they smell amazing. Go ahead and check her out. I will leave her information below. And I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Take care.